Pickaxe.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManison. I will be your director for today. I am joined by Nigel Deacon.
Hiya, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leper and loner striving for companionship and control and also a fight right now.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hello, I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I'm playing Santos the Glavinator, also hopefully utilizing that glaive. We're hungry for fights.
That is right. We're doing an episode focusing on Jack and Santos as they have split off from the group and are in the hollows of Carmarth. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself because let's talk about what happened, what y'all did last time. You all presented yourselves to the adjudicator as you tried to get into Carmarth. With an initial failure from Jackal, it looked like the rest of you were going to be allowed up into the city, showing off your prowess with inventions, shoemaking, teaching, and being a robot companion. Santos decided to join Jack on his way to the Hollows, deciding he would find a way to enter the Order of the Chrysalis from there rather than get to Silktop. Bjorg left a sending stone with Santos, though annoyed him with his repetition of hello, hello. Lenore also was given a job to tutor for a man named Jericho. He has been looking for a magic tutor for his daughter. The four of you with tokens to get separated from Santos and Jackal as they headed into the bowels. Santos and Jack followed along, entering from inside one of the legs of the city. Inside, you saw illuminated threads running above buildings and a surprising amount of infrastructure here. You spoke with Preston, one who could lead you to the Order of the Chrysalis, who also happened to be Pitmaster at the Odyssey Bar. Pointing out the Order and the Odyssey, he left you to decide your next actions. You explored a bit of the Hollows, finding a large gated archway that led to Silktop, where you watched the guards who seemed bored in their duties. You decided to head to the Odyssey because you wanted to start a fight. Back above the surface, the others were guided into Carmarth wearing their new tokens that had freshly pricked them for blood. Entering into the city, they were vacuumed of the sand from the desert and told a few times that there were plenty of options for spas around the city to go clean up. They went to the welcome area and were shown a map of the city, including the locations of some spas, the location of Jericho, as well as where the Order of the Chrysalis headquarters on Silktop was. They headed there and walked right in the front gate, not being stopped by the guards. They spoke with a member of the Order and learned that there isn't really an orientation, and you just need to do things to be a part of the Order, to advocate for yourself and strengthen yourself. They then scoped out the library for information where they found some interesting motivational wall artworks. Now, however, we're going to return back into the bowels of the city as Jackal and Santos head for the Odyssey door. And so the scene is set. The question is, what will you do next?
You ready?
I guess so. Something just occurred to me. If we're going to join this combat thing, what if they pit us against each other? Or are we going to be able to sign up for duos?
I've been thinking about that, and I think when we're up against each other, we know not to go for the throat necessarily, but I think we could still put on a good show.
Right. Well, hopefully it doesn't come down to that.
Fingers crossed. I mean, it'd be cool if we could do like a tag team, like a lucha libre type thing.
I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't know if I do.
I'm feeling the same way. Phrase popped into my head, made sense, don't know where it came from.
Well, who do we go talk to again? And I put my hand on your shoulder and I give you guidance. 'Cause
All right.
I feel like we're going to need it.
Let's find out. And I'm going to push in to the door.
Opening the door, you are met with heavy bass as you can hear the music much louder as you enter inside. You see a dance floor with a circling galaxy overhead turning slowly. You can see specific stars, there's planets, there's asteroids all swirling above. There's also a large bar here that is shaped like a large crescent extending out from the back wall. It pops brightly with tons of different colors. It reflects the various colors from the galaxy overhead. Behind it are a bunch of bottles of shimmering liquids, and dead center, just behind the back of the bar, is a large blackened crystal. It glows with a faint pink aura and sparkles like its insides are filled with stars. It's easily the size of your torso, Santos. The last thing you recognize from the bar is that it's almost empty. There is a single patron here who is currently talking to the bartender. Other than that, there's no one dancing, no one here drinking or anything like that, and there are no seats.
There are no seats.
It's just dance floor, galaxy above, and the bar.
And that crystal, that's the size of my torso.
Which is behind the bar where you'd see like a mirror all surrounding this giant crystal.
I'm anticipating Jackal maybe approaching the bar, but I'm staying put and waiting. Kind of just look at you, Jackal, and shrug.
What time of day is it again?
Late afternoon at this point.
I think we might be here a little early for things. I forgot. I mean, the sun went away and I forgot what time it was.
Right. Me too.
No, I mean, we can talk to the guy. We'll see. Or guy, girl, person.
Looks like a male bartender and a female patron right now.
Great. We'll go talk to them.
I'll go right behind you.
As you walk across the dance floor, coming up to the bar, you see the woman dressed in a tight black dress with neon colors in long, chaotic lines going up and down its sides. And as you walk up, you can hear her speaking to the bartender. Thanks again, Manny. I'm sorry for always throwing my problems at you. And before I've even had my first drink. And she does a little bit of a smile and she grabs the drink that the bartender has just poured for her. You can see it's in a thick crystal glass and has liquid that looks red hot. As she moves with it, there are sparks coming off of the drink. And she just leaves the bar over to the dance floor. The bartender looks up at you. He's a human man. He's got short gray hair that shifts with the color of the galaxy overhead, making it look iridescent. He's got a neck tattoo of a constellation that pulses in sync with the music. He's very skinny, has on a tight crop top, and then just over top, a long, oversized leather jacket. What can I get you?
Hi, Manny, did I hear?
That's me.
Cool. We'll each take one of those, whatever she had.
He points to a list of specials. You see there are 4 specials: Thalassar, Pirion, Eldoria, and Celestis. But under Celestis, it says out of order. Oh, that's the Pirion.
How is a drink out of order?
Just not working right now. Have you been here before?
No, we're new.
Are you sure you want a special?
You know what? There's no one else here. I'm just going to be up front. We're looking to fight, get involved in some kind of underground brawl type thing. Do the drinks have to do with that?
Santos, are you really focused in on this conversation, or are you kind of...
Drifted off towards the crystal, to be honest.
Okay, looking, you hear Jackal say, yeah, there's no one else here. And you turn around, the woman's gone.
Ooh.
She just grabbed her drink and she left. You did not hear the door to the bar open, however. But she's no longer behind you. And there's no used glass or anything.
What's going on here? There's something else going on. And what is that?
Where do you come from? You from Silktop?
No.
You're asking a lot of questions.
They wouldn't let us in. This was the first place that we came when we got here. I'll be frank, the guy that led us up here talking about the Order of the Chrysalis, the pitmaster over there, we were looking for some underground activity, and he directed us here, and here we are.
Okay. I don't know about any of that. I just know he tends to order something off menu.
Aha.
Can we have that? Whatever his order is?
Are you guard?
No, pinky swear.
I lean into Jackal. His name was Preston, wasn't it? Or did I get him mixed up with someone else?
Oh man, that in-game, that would have been like 20 minutes ago, so I should know that. Yeah, no, you're right. Preston, that's right. That's the guy.
Yeah, we'll have whatever Preston had, I guess.
I can't seem to recall what he orders, so I think you'll just have to maybe wait and ask him. Maybe figure out where you want to go.
Aha. What are the different options on this particular menu? If you catch my drift.
You're looking for something elegant? May I recommend Thalassar? Maybe something hot? Maybe something sweaty? Not so many clothes, lots of dancing, a little bit more rave vibes? May I suggest Pirion? And if you're nature loving, just want somewhere serene, may I suggest Eldoria?
Interesting. Well, before we partake, when does Preston usually arrive? If he's a regular on a typical day.
Couple of hours. I'm sure he's got his order stuff going on. I don't really know all about that. I just know he brings in customers.
Okay.
I kind of lean into Jackal and sort of whisper a little bit to you. I don't think we're going to get anywhere until Preston's here and we got some time to kill. And I'm kind of curious about what's going on with these drinks on this menu. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm thirsty, and I can see myself getting bored if we're just sitting here. No offense, Manny, talking to the bartender.
Untaken. People don't stay here too long.
That sounds a little ominous, but we'll still do something. Are you feeling naturey? Are you feeling hot and sweaty? Or are you feeling elegant?
Definitely not feeling elegant.
Yeah.
And naturey, I don't know, seems like it might be our home turf in a sense. Maybe we should see what that's about.
That's true. Kind of a comfort vibe there.
We'll take 2 of those.
Yeah.
To Eldoria. 1 gold each. And he turns around, starts grabbing some glasses. You see he brings over a bottle of a bright, almost emerald green, and it almost looks more like a champagne because of how many bubbles are coming up from the glass, but it is like a deep emerald green color. And you see he pours it into glasses, and as he does so, you can see tiny vines growing on the outside of the glass, almost as like a place to hold your hand, give the glass texture.
Whoa. I don't have anything like that in Twin Rivers.
You also notice that the drink itself is pretty small. It's probably twice the size of a shot. It's not a lot of liquid.
Manny, how many others so far today have partaken on this particular drink?
A decent amount.
Okay. All right.
You'll have plenty to hang out with.
Understood. I'll step away from the bar. I'll take the drink in my hand, definitely setting down the gold coin. I'll put 2. I got this round. 2 gold coins. Turn to look at Jackal. Almost make a toast with the shot glass. Are you ready?
Here's to the hollows.
Here's to the hollows. Woo. And in the moment as we start to maybe down it, I'm going to activate emboldening bond between the 2 of us. Kind of umbilical cord thread of light passing between us, just in case.
As you do so, as that drink goes down, you see a flash of that emerald color in that emboldening bond, like it's taking part and helping connect you 2 together. You start to feel a little bit weightless, and your guys are looking at each other. And all of a sudden, your vision almost starts to fractalize. It's hard to see each other. And as you're watching each other, you watch as each of you start to turn to dust. For a moment, you have no idea where you are. There isn't like rational thought in your brain. There is a feeling of not feeling whole until seconds later, your eyes open up. And Jackal, you're a little bit smaller, so you were able to form first. You watch as this stardust comes together and forms Santos in front of your face. As you're looking around, the music has changed. The atmosphere has changed. It's a little bit more echoey. It's a little bit more woody here. You are in what is essentially like a lush atrium, and there are glowing plants that are flashing with a faint rhythm. It's much less hyper aggressive as the previous music. You see here, you're basically in a large, almost like a greenhouse. There's glass overhead, there's sun coming through, and there's a good 3-4 dozen people here just dressed up, having a good time. There's another bar here. This one's filled with people grabbing drinks and things. They all seem to be wearing similar clothing, more like what we would call hippie vibes. There's definitely people smoking all around, and people just seem to be enjoying having a good time dancing around.
That was nuts.
What the hell? I reach out and like grab Jackal and just start to like kind of pat you on your shoulder, on your head. Okay.
And I'm doing the same to like your arms as you're doing that. Like,
all right, you're real. Okay. All right.
That was crazy. Do you think we actually, like, are we just like under a trance, or did we actually like physically become dust and come back? I saw you come back together. That was weird.
You remember when we took that, when we did that ritual and we got transported and we had those visions? This feels different than that, right? You don't, I feel like this is different than that.
Definitely. 100%. That was definitely a different experience. Like that was just like all in our head, but like physically in our head. And this felt like our bodies.
As you're saying that, I'm going to lean into you and look really intensely in your eyes. I was like, how do I know that you're not in my head right now? What if this isn't you? What if this is a projection of you and this is all in my head, including you?
Okay, but then how do I know you're not you and I'm not me, but we are each other? You ever thought about that?
No, never.
Me neither. Let's go.
And even as you say that, I don't even know if I know how to wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Did we get any like effects from the alcohol?
New cummies. Sorry, that was a terrible word to say.
New cummies? What did you say?
Newcomers. New cummies. I was going to say newcomers. And yeah.
And you made it cute.
Yeah, and cute is a strong word. Aw, newcomers. They're still trying to wrap their heads around it.
Can you maybe help us a little? I kind of wave them over.
Ale's over there. Points to the bar.
That's a good place to start.
I guess, when in out, what was this place called? Arteria?
Eldoria.
When in Eldoria.
Most people go to Pirion first, so it's cool you're here.
What's in Pirion?
Was that the elegant one?
No, that's like kind of, horn dogs.
Oh.
No clothes, dancing on each other, getting drunk, college kids,
I don't know
really.
about that.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're happy to be here.
Oh, Bjork would probably like it.
Yes.
I guess let's get a drink and hang out.
Feel really socially awkward, and that usually helps me.
Perfect. Social lubricant.
Head to the bar with Jackal.
This time you have to not push through people, but wait a little bit in line because there's a decent amount of people here. There's just one bartender here. And as you get up to her, you realize that she is humanoid fawn. She has fawn-like facial features. She has hoofs for her feet, but not her actual hands. She is bipedal. She has a tail that is like sticking out from her very earth-toned, but also still cyberpunky vibe of kind of the clothing that you've seen in Karmarth so far. The like leather jacket type that Manny was just wearing. And you can see that she is walking around giving people drinks, and she looks at you.
Whoa.
Can I get you?
I think he wants a drink.
We got ale, we got wines, we got spirits. I can make a mixed drink.
While this is happening and I hear Jackal kind of stumble and stutter, I kind of whip towards him and kind of try to read what's happening to him. I'm looking back and forth between you and the bartender, back to you and the bartender. Are you smitten right now? What's going on?
Are you? Hello. Hi. What's your? Sorry.
Hi.
I'm Jack. Can I have an ale, please? What's your name? Hello.
Yeah. I'll get you an ale, and it's Fanny.
Fanny?
She goes over and grabs a drink.
I look at Santos. Is that not the most beautiful girl you've ever seen?
I think she's up there for sure.
Cool. Fanny.
Was that her name, Fanny?
Yes. Because if not, that's a weird way to start a conversation. Wow. What did I order? Did I say my name?
Yes, Jack. She comes over and hands you an ale. You see her big ears come up as she's walking over. Ordered an ale.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Can we get one for Santos too? I'll put out a couple of coins, probably bigger denominations than they should be.
First time here?
Yes. Yeah. No, first time here. First time seeing someone like you. Also, that's a weird thing to say. I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave.
That's okay. Not many people have actually been to Eldoria, so.
Hey, okay. So yes, this is our first, sorry, before you go, but this is our first time. Is Eldoria is this another planet, or is this just like a place that's like magically in the bar?
Yes, both. Eldoria is another planet. This is a projection of Eldoria. It's like weird magic. I don't really know how it works. We basically get really small and we go up into the galaxy that's in the Odyssey, and you go into that planet. So Eldoria is another planet. It's where I'm from. Now, on Ikaria, you can get a taste of what it's like here at the Odyssey.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Is this... I'm trying to rack my brain and remember Stratton. Does this have something to do with Stratton and his powers? I think I remember hearing that he I don't know, something about transporting and teleporting. And so we're really through the bar transported to this planet that is your home planet? Or is this just a rendering of sorts of it?
It's a cheap recreation. They did a pretty good job. I was here to help design the place. No, it's basically like another room in the bar you get teleported to, and it makes you feel like you're here.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
It works.
Teleporting to and from is hard. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of magic. Like, I know the rich people can do it with their big towers and stuff, but that's up top on Silktop.
Oh.
How did you end up here?
It's a long story. I was kidnapped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you held here against your will?
No, I was kidnapped. I'm good now.
Okay.
I'm poor and I live inside the bowels of a city. I'm doing as good as I can.
Well, I'm sorry that you were kidnapped. That sucks.
Yeah, it did. Anything else for you?
Yeah, actually. What is your take on the Order of the Chrysalis?
You know, whatever. They're just trying to get by.
Okay. Do you know who kidnapped you?
Yeah, I killed him.
Oh. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I tell them whenever they want me to join the Order of the Chrysalis. I'm like, I'm doing good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you are. I think I don't want to. I look now at the ale that's come my way and I kind of tilt my head. I'm not supposed to drink this. Do you have water?
Yeah, and to the bar. The other one's how you get back to the Odyssey. And she points across the bar and there's a little like self-serve thing that has a big jug, and one of them's obviously water. And the other one is this. It almost looks like charcoal water, if you've ever seen that, where it's really thin, but it's like dark black. And there is a faint red hue pulsing from it.
Oh, good to know.
That's the Icaria.
I see. I'm going to go get some water, Jackal. Feel free to have my beer.
Okay. I'll get the next drink that you can drink then.
Okay. I start to walk away to get myself some water. And then I'll come back as soon as I do that.
Fanny, I've got like a billion questions I want to ask you. This is maybe the first time that I have been, as he said, smitten, and I feel like I'm being too honest about things. So I'm just gonna ask a.
Normally, like, you wait until you say something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know how long I'm going to be alive ever, so I just say things immediately. Anyway, you're really pretty. Thank you for the beers and for talking to us about stuff. I hope that we'll be back.
Yeah, I work here most days.
Cool.
You're new here?
Very. We've been in the Hollows for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. All right, cool. I don't know if you can help, but I ask people who are nice. I want to get home sometime. So anytime you want to spend money here, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get to Silktop and get a teleporter out of here. So
yeah, no, you know what? That's a good thing to want. I think a few of our group usually is looking for that too, because we kind of all just lost our access to the homes we've known. So I feel you. I'm gonna reach in and grab just 10 gold and just put it there.
No, I'm not saying do that. Like, just
no, but it's okay.
Buy something.
No, I will find more. It's all good.
No, I'm not trying to stop.
Fine.
And she like pushes it back.
No, just buy the drinks for the next 10 gold worth of people.
She looks over to this group of people who's at this point, you can see some of them have finished their current drinks and like waiting for you guys to hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
You get free drinks at least. And she grabs the money.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you be safe out there. Thanks.
You too, Fanny. And I'll raise my glass and hop down and wander away somewhat aimlessly.
I'm at the water station and I'm the guy that's like filling my cup, chugging it, and then filling it again, looking around, chugging it, filling it again, and then walking back towards Jackal. I just chugged a bunch of water and I don't know if that's going to be a mistake down the road. Where are the bathrooms in this place?
You might be able to just like go behind a tree. I don't really know the rules of oh wait, we're in a greenhouse, not in the woods. There's got to be a spot.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll worry about it when I need to, although it does take me a little while to get out of this armor to get myself ready to,
okay,
do what needs to be done. Let's not talk about that. So we're just gonna are you feeling social? And I'll point around at the other people that are here. I think you just try to make friends with a group of people over there by the bar. Did you just buy a whole bunch of drinks for people?
Well, yeah, she's trying to raise money to get home. She's stuck on this planet. She wants to get back to where she's going from, and buying stuff here helps with that. So I bought some drinks for the people because she wasn't just going to take the money.
Eldaria, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Eldoria.
Eldoria. Have we heard of this place before?
You have not.
Is this the first time that we're...
Roll me wisdom.
Okay. Just wisdom?
Yeah, just straight up wisdom.
Oh boy. Ooh, 18.
Then 18. You think, and you're like, no, I've never heard of Eldoria. You think to Thalassar, you think of Pyria, and you're like, I've never heard of any of these. I've never heard of Celestis. The last thing you think about is, have I heard of any other planets? And you have. The only one you remember is Lenore talking about Silveroom.
Yes.
The place where the feather is from. She had to steal back from Darian.
Right. And she was at a party or something there, if I remember. Okay. I'll relay kind of what I've processed. I'll relay that back to Jackal. I've never heard of any of these other planets except for that one that Lenore said that she was at.
Yeah, and I mean, that was the first one I'd heard of too. This means you can travel between planets somehow. It's not an impossible thing or like some crazy event. She said that the people in the towers up top just do it.
They just do it. If you have enough money.
Or magic.
True.
Which I currently have none of in either department, so I'm starting pretty low.
Oh, wow. I'm going to look around, and do we spot anybody that looks otherworldly like? I'm trying to see, are there any other people here that seem to have come from other planets like Fanny did?
Roll me perception.
Ah, perception, which is one of my skills that's been boosted from the resonance. Total of 15.
Nice. I'm going to say there's definitely some different types of people here. I should say in Karmarth in general, in the Hollows in general, you've been able to see like a lot of different types of individuals. You know, there's lion-like people, there's cat-like people, there's all the different types of humanoids. There's more fairies like Lenore. There's everything you're used to seeing is in Karmarth. Here, Fanny's definitely an anomaly, as well as a woman who ends up scaring you, Santos. Not on purpose. She just happens to be walking by. But the thing is, she looks like a living plant. She has a humanoid body, but she is made of what look to be a bunch of interwoven vines. And her hair is made of what looks like just large flower petals. And her skin is bark-like. She just happened to have been in one portion. You're doing a scan, and right next to you is like this big bush, and all of a sudden it looks like she comes out of that bush, even though she was just behind it.
I jump for a moment and try to cover it. Is she approaching me? Does she start speaking to me?
She was just walking by with a drink, and she sees you jump back. Normally, you'd apologize if you reacted to someone that way.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I startle easy. It has nothing to do with anything other than that.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
I don't press it any further. I totally take this L and just let her walk away if she's walking away.
Wait. I'm so sorry. You're very cool looking. Where are you from?
Oh boy.
Is that an okay question to ask?
I don't know. Yeah, I live here.
Like in Eldoria or like in the Hollows?
No, the Hollows. We're still in the. You understand that, right?
I know,
yes.
but Fanny is from Eldoria, so
I'm just making sure.
Just
here means the Hollow. Okay, but like here also means Eldoria.
okay. All right. Cool.
Are you also trying to get out of here?
No, I'm just hanging out.
But okay.
Oh, got it.
What's your name? Sorry, we're very new. I don't know if I've ever had an interaction like this in a tavern, period. Just with this many people in one place. But I'm Jack. Hi, sorry. This is Santos.
Hi.
Well, yeah. I'm Jayana.
Cool.
Hello, Jayana. Sorry to interrupt you. You clearly have a place to go right now, perhaps friends to hang out with. Pardon us. And I kind of step back and give her a little space.
Okay. That's cool. Sorry, I'm deciding to add a D to the front of that name.
Bastard. Why would you do that?
Because it felt wrong just typing it like I did. And I was like, something's got to be different.
All right. Okay. Now, Jayana, is that with a D at the front or is that with a J at the front?
Oh, you do know. Yeah, most people just spell it with a J. Yeah, of course. It's got the silent D at the front.
Okay, of course.
You it's like silent, but not exactly. Because you go J,
Yeah.
there's like it's just a little hint of a D there.
It's like how if you're writing the word drawing, you can put a D at the beginning, or you could put a J, or you could put both, and no matter what, it sounds the same.
That's what I do with my name. Except not with just the D, because then it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, that one. I guess that one would need an additional letter in there. Is this the most interesting?
I'm so glad you know that all dryads their names start with D.
That is a bold thing to claim going forward.
Well, you should have Jackal write out his name because it seems like it would start with a J, but there's a D in there somewhere too.
Is this what we're gonna bond over, or? Yeah.
If we're not gonna bond over the starting letters of our names, what else are we supposed to bond over?
I mean, it is the first thing you know about somebody is the first letter of their name.
Hopefully, I guess.
Or if they're easy to startle. And she looks over at you, Santos.
I look away.
It's hard to really get emotion from her face, but you're starting to pick up on small things that are able to change about how her eyes are shaped, how her mouth is shaped. And you can see she's obviously poking fun at you, Santos.
I don't catch it because I turned away, embarrassed.
So, Jayana, I think I mentioned it. We're new in town. What is there to do in the Hollows that you recommend?
Drink.
Cool.
Yeah, there's more. It's actually a really cool place. I know it looks like shit from the outside and shit from the name and shit from how they treat us and shit from literally being in part of the sewers and having shit from up top run through our home.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes it's shit.
Okay. Cool. We kind of liked it initially when we came in. Something about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's like other stuff to do. I work, obviously, but like during my off time, I'll come here. There's some nice theaters, some good burlesque shows, brothels, like that kind of stuff if you're into that. If you want to just watch more like the violent stuff, there's some places you can go to watch some fights. That's really cool.
Not to sound particularly violent or anything, but where would you recommend for those last ones?
Oh, it's this cool place called the Odyssey Bar. And she nudges you.
Okay. Cool. So information is starting to line up again. Do you know what drink you have to order to get there?
Oh, okay. You're just asking straight up. That's okay. You could have asked a little more slyly, but that's okay.
Look, man, I don't know when I'm going to die, so I just am up front.
You ever heard of the chasm?
Have I?
No.
You have.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought so.
You remember from Thorn, who was the man working with Darian to basically help create more Tevins that don't have sentience to help take over Twin Rivers, as well as he was using you as what he called his little pet. When Poppy stole something from him, it was a lockbox, and when you guys finally opened it, there was a bunch of money, as well as a betting ledger and a pamphlet for a fighting ring known as the Chasm.
When Jayana asked that, I kind of tense up a little bit. It's not hopefully that noticeable, but it's kind of like a squeeze my fist kind of moment. Yeah, no, I think I'm actually more familiar with that than I realized.
So you know it's on Silrune.
That's the drink we order. I see. Do you know anything about a so-called unblinking lord?
No, but I don't really follow a lot of the fights. I've never actually been to Silrune. My parents have, obviously, and she gestures towards her whole body.
Are your parents also dryads? that a weird question?
Wow.
Yes, it's a weird question.
Okay.
She
Sorry.
looks at you.
I don't know anything about anything. So I don't know shit about fuck. That's really all I can say about that.
Looks like we should go get ourselves a different drink from the main bar. What do you say?
I think you're spot on there, buddy.
If you go to the bar in Silveroon, tell Danny I said hi.
Danny.
Spelled with the J as well.
Do the normal, no J.
Got it.
No silent J at the front.
No, me and him just go way back.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you, Jayana. We appreciate you giving us some insight. And you know what? I think we'll probably check out some of them theaters too at some point. What's a burlesque show?
They have those in Twin Rivers somewhere. I've just decided and maybe made that canon.
Makes sense.
I'm sure you're right, but I didn't spend a lot of time in the artsy district.
You didn't. You were always out. You were hardly in town. All right. I'll give Jayana a wave if she's still kind of looking over at us.
You were talking with her and you had that awkward moment and one of her friends came up and started like freaking out, getting all excited, giving her a hug, like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. And they're just like starting to giddily talk and they're just having their own conversation with you guys standing like 2 feet away.
That's fine. We were having our own conversation there too about the burlesque show and going to Silroon, and
I just kind of generally wave in their direction and they're probably not paying attention to me anymore. I'm not sure, but I start to head towards the jug that will take us back to Icaria.
I'll do the same. And before taking a drink, I'll wave at Fanny.
She does not notice your wave.
That's fine.
She's busy with bartender duties right now.
It's totally
it's pretty
fine. It's
busy group.
No, it's all good. Everyone that I love forgets that I'm here. It's all fine. It's all fine.
Just for the listeners, I did roll for that just to see in it. I don't want them to just think I'm an asshole.
No, and I saw him roll, so I know that he's not lying,
this time. Other times.
This time?
Not so sure.
You take your little swig. This one feels much more comfortable to drink. This one doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It almost tastes like just dirty water. Not like dirty as in like literally dirt. It just has a grainy taste almost to it. You again turn into this celestial dust and reappear back in the Odyssey bar. And you see Manny is here and he is serving some drinks to a group of 4 people that has come in. This time you just watch as they grab their drinks and they start downing them. They all look to have, again, it's very small shot glasses, but this time it's like a bright sapphire-y color. And you see each one has a tiny gummy octopus in it that is actually swimming in the liquid.
Whoa.
And you see them all down it. And you watch this time as all 4 of them turn to stardust and float up into one of the planets in this solar system above your head.
That shit's crazy.
As I track them, how many planets are up there?
It looks like there are a lot. Only 5 of them are in some way larger. They're glowing a little bit. It looks like there's stuff happening on them. So it looks like 5 of them. And you quickly realize that there's only 4 drinks on the menu.
Right. And they're out of one, or one's out of order. Well, shall we go get the secret drink?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go up to Manny.
What's up, boss?
Manny, do you ever get to go up yourself? Do you get lonely here because you're just like giving drinks and then they go?
When I'm at work, no, this is the best part.
Interesting.
I give people 1 drink and they're gone for the rest of the night.
I can see that.
Yeah, you got to deal with the other, drunk assholes upstairs. I'm like a doorman.
You're super right.
And people still tip me sometimes.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. You've got the good end of the stick.
You only have 5 drinks that you got to worry about.
Except for when the guard comes in. I think they think something's up. And so I got to hide the specials and then I got to treat them like normal customers.
Oh, wait. So all of this?
That's why we got, if you look, just like wine and stuff. Obviously like dusty ass bottles. They never touch them.
So they're not supposed to know that this is happening, huh? What's up with that? What rules are being broken here? Just want to know what I'm getting myself into in case I have to explain myself to somebody.
I don't know if it would be necessarily a bad thing if they figure it out. except for, I don't know, some of the stuff that goes on up there. But it's just better to know that like we have a place where you can't be found by the guard.
Right.
Not that they care about us much down here anyway, but sometimes they're looking for people, looking for things.
Can you get stuck up there? Like with no way back?
Never happened before, I don't think. We have so much of the Icaria drink, it's real easy.
You know what? I've got 1,000 questions. I don't know if any of them are important here. Can we have each a Silrune, please?
You did it. He kind of nudges you across the bar. Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah. You see, it's fun though. Like I couldn't just tell you because like you had to figure it out.
Yeah,
you know?
and I mean, honestly, that place was really cool.
Don't fucking tell anyone else, by the way. Like it's supposed to be like a thing, especially if the guard finds out that there's fights going on up there, except for obviously, you know.
Yeah.
We were pretty fast though, right? Figuring it out. Probably one of the fastest people that figured it out.
I mean, some people just know it before they come in. Some people, you know, here for like weeks before they figure it out. But also, not everybody loves the Silrune bar. The bar's fine. It's just hoity-toity, low energy.
Oh.
Most people go
Right.
for the chasm.
That makes sense.
Right.
Cool. And he grabs 2 glasses. This time they are these thin, tall glasses, almost like a champagne flute. Inside is a deep violet liquid that has these swirling silver threads in it, but then it turns green with threads of gold, and then it turns back, and it's pulsing these colors back and forth.
Well,
1 gold each.
I got these ones. I'll throw down 2 gold.
And he grabs them. Also, if people think they gotta like, figure something out, sometimes they'll like come back here, get a Pirion, go there. Sometimes they'll come back here, get a
Yeah.
Thalasar. So like they get more drinks, and he jingles the 2 coins you just gave him.
It makes a lot of sense there, Danny. Not Danny. Manny.
No, I'm Manny. Fanny's upstairs. Danny's upstairs.
Got it.
What are the other 2? Just so I can see.
I was really hoping you wouldn't ask. Granny's from Celestis.
I knew it. My brain was going Granny. He's going to name one of these people Granny.
Nice.
And that's it, because Celestis is out of order.
Don't have a bartender right now.
Now, magic that holds that pocket plane together is just not working. We got to get it
Fascinating.
fixed.
Zanny.
Damn it, you figured it out.
See, we're really good at figuring stuff out.
I thought they were going to switch it up. Maybe there was going to be a Sammy and, you know, switch up the letters a little.
I'll go fully off board and just named Hank. Anyway,
Shall we drink these?
let's drink. And clink the glass gently, I guess, because they're thin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little tink and down it. Same kind of feeling, same kind of weightlessness, same kind. You're getting used to it now, though. It's almost invigorating. It's almost exciting when it happens now. And you arrive in a surprisingly quiet area. It is a long hallway, but it looks like a lush forest was grown to make this hallway. Each wall to the sides are made of hundreds of wide trunked trees grown directly next to each other, so close that the bark are like touching in most cases, that even bugs would have a hard time finding a way through. And overhead, the canopy is just as thick. You can't see past the leaves and branches that make up the ceiling. Down this hallway, ahead, there's just a open doorway, and you see there's a set of signs as the hallway splits in 2. To the left is the ballroom. To the right, it says chasm.
Maybe let's just take a peek in the ballroom and see if we notice anyone. And I'll pull out the same notebook that I would write when I was like on an assignment back in Twin Rivers. I've been taking notes on stuff here, and I flip back to the page where I had taken down some notes from Thorne's ledger. I do remember that Thorne had been placing bets on people. There's a guy that was referred to the unblinking eye, and then he was placing bets on people that often lost. I don't know, but I guess we should take a look or keep a lookout, because maybe they're, I don't know, they might be here. So I don't know. Let's just take a look at the ballroom. Maybe they're hanging out there. Baron von Snuggles, the Unchained Beast, Sir Spams a lot, and I can barely read my own writing, so that might be saying something different.
I'm proud of you for having those written down. And finding them so fast.
I take notes. So I make my characters take notes too.
That's smart. Just as a reminder, I don't recognize those names other than those notes taken down.
Correct.
All right, yeah, let's see who's in the ballroom. What kind of nonsense they got going on in there.
We'll follow Jackal towards the ballroom.
You get to that intersection and you can start to hear music coming from the left pathway, obviously where the ballroom is. Seems elegant. You can hear a lot of piano with like strings playing in the background. To the right, you can hear a faint sound of cheering down this dark hallway. Heading to the left, it gets much brighter, much quicker, and you quickly open up into what is a large ballroom. It is at least 3 stories high, and you can see all the way around are these overlooks. So it's 2 stories of actual place that you can stand and 3 stories high with these massive ceiling. And you can see there's a bunch of people here and they're all dressed in very nice clothing. Think fantasy tuxedos, think black tie event, but it looks like just people trying to enjoy themselves. There's people dancing, but there's also some weird stuff happening. There are these glow in the dark, what look to be jellyfish floating through the air, even though there is no water. I say glow in the dark. I meant just glowing. They are creating the light. They are like the chandeliers and they're bobbing up and down with the music, moving around in different colors. There are vines here that are actively moving with the music, kind of swaying back and forth. There is a small bar here that looks very elegant, and just a bunch of bottles of wine behind the bartender here. It just looks like most people are just here dancing, hanging out.
Santos, what if Lenore hasn't been to another planet? She's just been to right here.
That's what I was just thinking.
You remember when Lenore was at a ball, it sounds very similar to this one, or at least this ballroom. She was attacked, quote unquote. She ran into someone as she was like rushing through the area, and a large being turned around and was like, "You're not Lady Merrick." And that's all she remembered.
Right.
I'm kind of looking around to see if I see, it's all these like kind of fancy people. It looks like they're cosplaying a ball in a way to me.
100%. The other rooms here have had music, but you haven't seen where the music is coming from. You assume magical devices. Here, there is like an actual band playing a piano and strings, but they're all illusion. Whatever box is probably making this music, this mechanical thing, is also projecting that to make it feel like there is a live performance going.
I think I've seen enough unless you want to stick around and look at more of this.
Not really. We could talk to the bartender, and we could say that Jayana said hi.
Right, we are supposed to do that.
You might know something about those things with the feathers that Lenore's after. Or that we have? Do we still have that feather?
Mm-hmm.
You have the feather.
Do I physically have the feather? Am I the one holding on to it?
No, I think it's in Bjorg's pocket, if I remember correctly.
That makes sense.
Well, let's go talk to Danny.
Yes.
Tell him that Jayana says hi. See what that does.
We'll approach the bar. How many other people are here?
Less than the other places, for sure. It's also, as you remember, earlier than you think. There's probably only 10 to 12 people here, and they look like they're in a couple small groups just chatting with each other.
Cool. Yeah, we'll approach the bar.
You head up to the bar, and there is a younger elven man here. Hello.
Hi there. Are you Danny?
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you. Jayana says hi. We ran into her.
He smiles, and his eyes go down to the bar. That's wonderful. Did you, ask her about me, or was she just saying hi?
She just said to make sure to tell you hi, that you go way back.
Yeah, we do.
Cool. She seemed nice. She's the reason we're here. Well, reason we're able to be here.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she helped us crack the code, so to speak.
I can see it's your first time here because you're not dressed properly. Sorry, I just thought I'd say it straight up so you guys know that you might get ostracized here a little bit.
Oh,
That's fine. We're here for the chasm,
Right.
so
I figured. No offense. I like the chasm just as much as the next guy.
that's all good. We wanted to make sure we said hello. Do have a question while we're here, though. Are you from Silrune, or have you ever been to Silrune, or are you just working here?
I think Preston's been to Silrune at one point. Because when they wanted to design this place, Preston wanted to go to the chasm to see it in real life so that we could create this place so that he could run the chasm here. I think he went and a research thing. Preston is the pitmaster. He runs all the fights. He also works for the Order of the Crystal.
Yeah, no,
He gives you the backstory, not knowing you know.
Right. Yeah, he's the one person that we actually know the name of outside of this bar. That's good to know. Thank you.
how long have you worked here?
14 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
I guess he's an elf, so that's like a week for him.
Yeah, he's an elf.
I have a maybe strange question. Since you've been in this establishment for so long, and I'll kind of gesture at the ballroom, and there's people dancing and music playing and stuff. It seems pretty chill, I suppose, the vibe. Like, is this, this typical atmosphere here?
Oh, yeah, 99.9% of the time.
That's what I was hoping to hear. Then I'm wondering if you recall a commotion that happened involving a fairy.
His eyes go wide. Yeah, the small fairy, she puked everywhere after drinking too much. She just wasn't ready. She's got such a small body. Crazy.
Yeah.
Perhaps a different commotion.
Not that I can think of. Just the one.
Can you describe this fairy?
She has super wild, bright pink hair, and she likes to run around all the time, specifically with her feet on the ground and swipe people with her wings.
Okay, that's not ours.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that was the only fairy thing I can think of
Okay.
that's ever happened here.
Well,
All
there
right.
goes our theory. Are you the only bartender that's ever worked here, or is there another bar, or at least in the last 14 years?
Oh, yeah, we switch on and off, but we tell each other stuff, so I don't remember any stories about a fairy going crazy.
Okay.
If you hear anything about a fairy, you let Jayana know, and she'll let us know.
Anything about a fairy?
Anything about a fairy
If I hear
from any of your
anything about a
compatriots
fairy?
about
Anything that stands out, I suppose, about a fairy.
Okay,
and some
okay.
commotion,
Anyone looking for a fairy?
or anything to do with the feathers of the Dreamkeeper. That's also important.
Oh, okay. That's two wildly different things.
You'd be surprised at that about how they're not.
Okay. Yeah, my mom used to tell me all about that story. It's wild that it just stopped answering dreams. The people who had the feathers.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Danny. We're gonna go beat some dudes up, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you might be able to catch the last fight that's going on.
Let's go.
Oh, all right. Bye, Danny. Tell Jayana you like her or something, and I'll run off.
I'm right behind Jackal. As I'm running to catch up to you. Hey, maybe at some point we bring Lenore down here, and then maybe being in the space that's familiar might jog her memory a little bit, and we might find some answers.
I think you're right.
You rush back to the entryway where you came in from, and this time you take the right pathway towards the chasm. Following this much darker hallway, you find yourselves at a door, and there's one of those eye-level sliding window that opens, and appearing on the other side, you can see just the eyes of someone. You guards,
Nope.
fighting or not?
Yep.
Straight through if you're fighting, left door if you're chicken out. Kunk. The window closes, and a second later, the door opens, and you see another hallway. There's a door on the left, 10, 15 feet down, and the hallway just continues forward to another door.
I'm imagining that the guard behind this is like a gnome, like just so small.
That'd be hilarious.
So the thing is, you don't see him.
Oh. Wow.
Cool. All right.
As the door is pulled open, you can almost tell that there is another gap where he is behind right now, that the door is holding him basically to another corner.
Oh, he is a gnome.
Okay, heading forward.
You can hear cheering coming from the door to the left as you pass it, and going straight you open up the door for the fighters. You are quickly bathed in a bright orange-yellow light as you enter, and it is natural light. You enter into a room, the fourth wall of which is not there. It's not a window, it's just open air. And looking out, you can see you're entering into the side of a large chasm, a massive vertical canyon. There are jagged edges of rock outcroppings up, all, and down the side, cracks in the walls. There are wooden scaffolds and rope bridges that crisscross across the gaps. You can see some of the scaffolds hold people who are sitting down, eating and drinking. There are people everywhere here. Looking out into the chasm, you can see there are like holes in the walls where glass has been placed, and you're basically looking into another one of these rooms that you are in, but there's a bunch of spectators cheering and watching into the chasm. And you see that they're watching a fight that is currently going on. And you two also watch as two individuals clash on a rope bridge crossing the chasm. There is a young elven woman wearing a bright purple scarf and a tabaxi man with bright orange-red hair across all of his body. And the tabaxi is throwing small balls of fire that hang in the air and then explode in bursts of flame like grenades. But the woman is just so agile. She's dodging over and over again out of the way. She jumps off of the rope bridge using its underside to fling herself over to hanging rope, running up the walls of the chasm as this tabaxi man just angrily continues his assault of just throwing all of the fire he can muster. And it's an intense little scene of fighting as you watch the woman dodge over and over again. She makes her way all the way around the chasm itself, and eventually you watch as she stops moving as she reaches one end of the rope bridge. You watch as she just lets a large fireball explode right on. She had plenty of time to get out of the way. She's been very agile so far. But as you're watching, you see this explode, and across her chest, you see a small metallic disc strapped just over the sternum that have 3 concentric rings that glow. And when that flame hits her, you see a burst of golden energy come from that metallic disc, and it shatters completely. One of those rings shatter, and it repels the fire, and it ignites the rope bridge around her. She just jumps up onto the wall and holds on as this side of the bridge burns, and it falls, and the man falls into the chasm. And you just watch as the crowd goes absolutely crazy, just wild. People are cheering, and you watching for a little while as those cheers happen. Eventually, the calm starts to come in. The crowd begins to relax a little bit. And then you hear in the room you're in, one of the 3 walls that are actually here, there's a magical scoreboard that illuminates with names. And you can see Velvet won the match and Blister lost. You can also see that there are betting rates for each individual person. And just a moment later, you see the woman with the bright purple scarf, no doubtedly Velvet. She enters into the room from the giant hole in the wall that leads to the chasm. And she gives you a bit of a smile and a nod as she goes over to a nearby metal cabinet and takes out another one of these discs and replaces the broken one on her chest. You guys fighting today? Never seen you before.
Yeah, we're new.
Cool. You're going to want one of these. And she tosses you one of these discs.
I go to catch it, and then I see Jackal's hand get to it before me, right in front of my vision. Drat.
Feeling tough today?
You'll both need one. And she tosses another.
Okay.
Catch it. What do these do?
It just makes it so we don't die. They like repel hits, magical blasts, and you got 3 of them. Once you hit 3, you're out.
Gotcha.
Well, that's good to know.
So the other guy, he fell into the hole that stopped him from dying?
That's different. If you fall completely, you lose. But he's fine. He'll be up here in probably like 5 minutes. He takes a while. And she laughs a little bit.
Okay. That makes okay, but he's not like dead from falling into the hole.
No, we don't do lethal combat here.
Cool. Yeah, no, we're ready to rumble. How do we do this?
Where do we sign up?
You're here. Once Preston gets here for the main act, we'll just get your names.
Oh.
And, people want to see you before you jump in so they know what they're betting on. Are you going to be good? There's a lot of verticality here. That's like the hard part here. It's not like fighting just on flat ground.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm going to be good. And as I flap my wings.
Yeah, I'll do a backflip.
Yeah, that's actually really helpful.
Are all the fights one-on-one, or is there any variety?
No. Normally the main fights are free for all.
Wow, free for all.
Are they all on the bridge? Or are they down in the hole?
Oh, no. What do you mean? No, this whole thing. And she points out different places. People will fight on the walls, and there's handholds that you can see there's burn marks and stuff from people using magic. There are some rope bridges. You can see that there's a maintenance crew putting back that rope bridge that she had just burnt up. There's scaffolding. You can see there's other areas of the cavern that just have enough area to stand, but they're also wide open. It's just this vertical gash in the ground. And you remember from the little pamphlet, this is what you saw. You saw that there were little silhouettes of fighters, and it was an advertisement. This is how you fight. And it's in this chasm, and it's just, anything out there, as long as you're out there, it's fair game.
Wow.
Cool.
So it's like a giant
Cool.
battle royale when you're out there, everybody against everybody.
Some people team up, or sometimes they'll team up until the end. Other times they'll just team up in general.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'm kind of excited, actually. Seems like fun.
Is there a reason you guys are doing this? You just want money?
Well, yeah.
It's a good way to get money.
Listen, if you really want to get into it, I'll turn to Jackal. Do we want to really get into it? I guess we're here to meet people anyway.
Yeah, at this point, what do we have to lose? It's been an hour since we got here. We don't know anyone yet.
Yeah, money's good. And we figured that it's a good way to leave an impression if we're any good at this. We're new and might be somewhat permanent.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, it's good to impress people. It's good to impress Preston. He's got pull within the city, at least a little bit, for what he can down here. He'll be here soon.
What's your name? I know the thing says the Velvet something or other, but...
I just go by Velvet here.
Cool. Should we come up with names?
Some people use their same. Blister's actually named Blister.
Huh.
She laughs.
You're going to think of something?
You're allowed to, but you don't have to.
The less thinking I got to do, the better for me. So I'll stick to what I know.
Just don't come up with those bullshits.
The Glavinator.
Oh, that's pretty good. I was just going to say, don't get the bullshit, the real chasm, all those stupid names they got up there. Don't do that.
Wait, what do you mean the real chasm?
The one on Silveroon. This is just a cheap imitation. It works, and it's actually pretty good.
Oh.
I've never been to the real one, but it feels like you're fighting in the real one.
Do they fight like they do here, or is that to the death up there? Same rules?
Oh, no, they got rules and stuff as far as I know, but it's definitely not to the death because same people fight over and over again.
Got it.
It's more for show.
What were those guys you knew, or you wrote down, Santos? Do you know any of these guys?
The Unblinking Eye. Do we know? Does that person fight here?
Oh, you're talking about the Unblinking Warlord?
Yeah, that's the one.
She's the one that, I don't know, something about, she's the main character or something, it feels like up there.
On the real chasm.
Yeah, no, she's not
God.
here. Again,
Oh.
that's a stupid ass name.
Santos, that means I haven't been to this one. I've been to that one.
Right. So you've been to the actual Silveroon.
You've been to the real one?
Yeah, but don't ask me about it because it wasn't really me there.
Well, what was your name?
I wish I could tell you.
Memory's a little bit not great, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, we know a couple of names.
One too many punches to the head.
Something like that.
These names sound familiar for contestants, I guess, in that other chasm. The Unchained Beast, Baron von Snuggles.
You see, it's all stupid shit. None of that is here. So it's got to be up there.
Sir Spam's a lot. Ooh.
I've never heard of them, but
The Unblinking Lord. That's the one.
it sounds stupid.
You're right. Okay. It's sort of all these names make that other place seem so much less dangerous.
The other one?
Yeah. If these are all people that fight in the other chasm, the real Silrune.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything's so
it sounds
cute
stupid.
there.
I'm glad that Preston wanted to do something like more real, more gritty here.
Very interesting.
But yeah, you'll meet everybody else. It's normally just like a group of people. We'll have anywhere from like 10 to 20 show up every day. Don't necessarily expect to win because it's hard when there's a lot of people, and I'm able to beat Blister, especially one-on-one, but some of these guys are good. And then there's this one fucking asshole who shows up pretty often, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's here.
Tell us more about him.
He's one of the Silk Top guards.
Oh.
He found out about this place somehow, and we have to let him fight. Because if we don't, he'll basically tell them this is happening. He'll rat us out and shut it down. But he like shows up in all his guard gear, all his magical weapons and shit.
Do you have to let him win?
No, but it's hard to beat him when he's got that kind of benefit.
Are you going to be in this next fight?
Yeah, I'm still feeling good. She just like starts stretching and she bends over backward completely at the hips and is able to put her hands on the ground while talking to you guys.
Oh boy, that makes this moment that's coming up kind of awkward. As she's doing that, I go to extend my hand to shake her hand, and then I'm kind of like, oh, well, and I let it linger there.
She's looking at you through her legs and she sees that and she starts doing a handstand and she lifts one of her feet up to shake your hand.
Okay, I'll do that. And I'll say, hey, Velvet, if we're all in this next fight together, why don't we work together, especially if this guy's there? Maybe he's strong, but if enough of us try to take him out first, then maybe we can teach him a lesson or two while we're at it.
Listen, you're welcome to. Just running around and having fun. I'm not really in it always for the money. I normally get at least a decent pay. So we've tried that before and it hasn't worked.
So with these things, and I like knock on the disc, do they only prevent the big hits, the ones that would kill you, or does it count if you just get hit by anything once?
Basically, you don't want to get hit more than 3 times.
Understood.
On that third one,
okay.
You'll be out. But she shows you the broken one that she has that had some of the rings broken. If you ever take the final one off of someone else, it knows that you got the kill. She does air quotes, and you'll get one back.
Oh,
Okay. But you won't go over the 3, I assume.
Yeah, no, it's a way to keep the people aggressive, really, because the more you kill, the
Right.
longer you can stay in the fight. And we call it killing, but it's not actually killing.
Cool.
I'm just going to stress that.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
right,
just
of course.
saying.
No,
I'm just making sure.
it's all good.
I get it. It gets confusing.
let's do it.
All right. I'm ready. You looking forward to this, Santos?
I am, actually. It's actually a bit of relief knowing that we're not fighting to the death.
Yeah, definitely.
As I say that, Colin, how aware am I of being bloodthirsty?
I would say you aren't.
Yeah.
Especially because the only few times you haven't really fought anything since you've gotten this.
No.
I'm going to say that you were surprised at how violent you feel. Like you were really excited, not just to do this with Jackal and have a bonding experience, figure some information out. And oh, now there's a Silk Top guard that we can beat and, you know, maybe get some information from.
Yeah.
There's like a craving to hit something,
Yeah.
even if it's not going to kill somebody, but there's a craving to hit something.
I've definitely been feeling that. Yeah, I think maybe there's a moment where I linger. I'm holding this disc that's meant to protect us, and then I sort of snap out of it and go back to where Jack is. I guess we just sit tight and wait until they open the doors for us, I guess. And then we go in there and have a good time.
Hey, Velvet. Might be a weird question. You seem like the type. Do you know any, like, meditation stuff?
Yeah? What do you mean?
Well, can you give me, like, a real quick rundown of how to do, like a meditation thing?
You just trying to chill before the fight? We got a few hours. I can run you through something.
Yeah, cool. I think that would be good.
Yeah. All right, cool. She does so. She kind of gives you basically what is a meditation session with some very light yoga included in it, but it's much more like a mindfulness thing.
Nice.
And during this time, Santos, you're probably just hanging out watching.
Yeah.
And you're realizing that more and more people are starting to show up into this room. And they all look like fighters, but they all, again, are hanging out. Nobody's like angry, pushing each other around in this room. This is just the fighters' back room. It's like a green room or any sort of thing, but soon enough, it will be time to get angry, quote unquote. But you wait a few hours, the glow from outside, that natural light starts to get a bit dimmer, and you realize that this is probably about time where the main show is going to happen. You can even tell just by how many new patrons are outside as well. You probably have some like light conversation, Santos. Jack, you're not in this meditation business too long, but you do so for a little while and you just hang out. Eventually the room's filled with about 10, 11 people besides yourselves. And one of those, the last one to show up, is Preston. And you see he quickly opens the door. All right, folks, it's time to get started. Ah, you made it. Good. And he looks over at you, Jack and Santos. I didn't think you'd be able to figure it out so fast. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, so we're going to have to do this quick. This next kind of 20, 30 minutes goes by in a flash. Preston tells you all the rules, all of what's happening. Most people know it already, but he's got to go a little bit more in detail for you two. Each of you are able to go out on a rope bridge and do some sort of flare to allow the people to see you as Preston is introducing them one by one. He goes through everyone. He calls someone Blister. There's Brassjaw and Velvet. There's Sparks. There's Shank. There's some guy who just goes by Armor, and he's literally just wearing a full suit of armor. So there's like a lot of just playing up the spectacle of who these almost characters are. And Santos, you're the second to last one to go up right before Jack. I just want you to tell me what's like a flare you would do. And are you just going by Santos?
I think I'm just going by Santos. I think I will leap up in the air and let my wings unfurl and then just kind of take flight as I pull out my glaive and twirl it a little bit and then just kind of dive down and then land on the ground, sliding a little bit with the momentum that I've built up.
Amazing. Roll me performance.
Oh boy, that's troubling. Okay, an 11.
You set out to do what you want to do. There's a couple of moments where you feel like a little bit jerky in your movement. It doesn't feel as smooth as you would want it to, but you're not stumbling or anything like that. And there's a mild reaction. Jack, what about you?
I'm going to go in as Hyde.
Okay.
As my name. I'll walk out as just Jackal with my new Warhammer in one hand. It's not a Warhammer. It looks like a Warhammer. Based on what Ryan said in the last episode, it is just whatever I need it to be. So it's a hoopak for technical sake.
Yeah.
Mechanically. Hammer in one hand, bow on my back, and I kind of like open up my shirt and let it drape at my waist and do the full transformation into Hyde Jackal.
Hell yeah.
Switching sides, and I do a big flex as I grow a couple of extra feet. The muscles bulge out and my eyes go like a darker, like almost crimson.
I'm going to have you either roll me performance. I'll also allow you to roll me intimidation if you'd like instead.
I'll go intimidation. I've got slightly, come on. I got a 12.
Okay.
It would have been an 11 if I'd done performance.
Similar reaction from the crowd. You guys are newcomers. They don't know what to expect from you. You guys are getting ready, and you're essentially allowed to spread out amongst the chasm wherever you would be. and you can hear Preston over what is essentially like a magical loudspeaker. As he's basically going to start the games, you can hear there is silence for a while. Instead of introducing each person like he did just previously, someone is just walking out onto one of the rope bridges, and you can see that looks to be a guard from up top, a dwarven man, thick beard, helmet on, visor down. He just walks out. There's no clapping from the crowd whatsoever. He just jumps off one of the rope bridges and, surprisingly mobile, blinks out of where you could see him to one of the walls and just hangs on with his warhammer at his side in full decked out mechanical magical gear. After this little charade from the silk top guard, you hear Preston come over that loudspeaker. The silence goes away. And you hear, "And for today, that's a wrap."
Let's go. All right. This is going to be fun.
I'm very excited for this. We have some very exciting things happening.
Yeah.
Big 12-person free-for-all combat.
I love it.
With some quirky characters in a weird vertical chasm. And we're going to talk about it over on Behind the Scenes, patreon.com/castparty. Come join us on over there. You could be an amazing patron and give us recommendations. Things like the Odyssey Bar. That was something I just had on my screen last episode, and I was just like, oh, I'll use that for a bar. And it completely changed how I did this bar interaction, the decision with the Odyssey. I thought about the stars, and then I decided to do this whole thing. So that was all because of Custom Alex over on our Patreon. So you could do some awesome stuff like that by recommending things and just coming over to our Discord and chatting with us and playing D&D together. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's hope this next fight will be as intense as the last. Anne started it all, charging in barehanded, screaming. She somehow bit through a steel pauldron. A new guy threw a punch so hard it broke his own gauntlet. Let's not dwell on the fact that he missed. Face Drop accidentally lit himself on fire. Twice. Was surprised he stayed in so long after that. Dragons brought that homemade crossbow again, and hey, it only jammed once this time. Havoc Hopsec threw a rock. It hit Jonas right off the top of the chasm, who then hit everyone else on the way down. Just a beautiful domino effect. Dubwood broke the chasm record for most flips before fainting. That's a true showman if I've ever seen one. St. E. Love came out and just yelled, "For science!" and set off a smoke bomb. No one has seen him since. Eric 5 brought a brand new weapon, a frying pan. Turns out, very lethal. Heather used magic to make their voice boom so loud everyone turned to her. Then she tripped over her own spear. A lot of laughs were had. Jesky Fire rode in on a summoned chicken the size of a horse. It burst into confetti when defeated. We are still finding it everywhere. Judgment Day tried to summon his weapon, but a teapot appeared instead. Another case of very lethal cookware. Kaylee produced a cloud of fog and got lost in her own spell. Fell down a cavernous hole. By the time she got back up, the match was over. I think she technically got third place. Kana turned into a cloud of bees halfway through and still says they don't know how that happened. Lexi turned off her own gravity, fell upwards, and managed to body slam Michael from below. Michael retaliated by, of course, turning himself into a crab and floating back to the ground. I didn't know crabs could float. Opti summoned a unicorn to fight with her. For whatever reason, it wasn't listening and just danced during the fight. We're thinking of hiring it as a cheerleader. Ryan summoned a spear made entirely of light. He burnt most of the banners, nearly blinded one of our audience members, but dang, was it a cool light show. Shy Guy disappeared right from the get-go. No one could find them till about halfway through the fight. They emerged with a corn dog from concessions and really gave no explanation. Storm Rider got their incantation wording wrong. Instead of a big ol' fireball, it was a big ol' hot ball of soup. Still did some burning, though. Those lentils can be dangerous. Bubba pretended to be knocked out for most of the fight, then woke up, rang the victory gong, and claimed the win. Too bad that was only round 1. Winkle made it their personal mission to make sure Bubba couldn't do that again, and boy, he didn't. I heard he needs facial reconstruction surgery. Winkle did not go easy on him, that's for sure. Well, let's hope this fight has just as much chaos.